So as you guys know, I just finished Arlong Park, and there's just been a lot of stuff that's in my head. Like, all these thoughts keep coming into my head, and I just wanted to hop on here and let it all out. Why haven't the Fishmen found the One Piece yet? The amount of information that I have is limited compared to the amount of information that you guys might have, right? If you guys are already caught up to the anime. But that's what I enjoy, especially right now, since there's just been so many thoughts in my head about One Piece, about all the different characters we saw, about what's going on up until now in the show, that if I don't let them out, it's just gonna give me a headache. And obviously, coming from someone that's only on the 5th arc, which is Arlong Park, some of what I say might just be complete nonsense. But in my opinion, when theorizing, there's no right or wrong, from a POV of someone that hasn't caught up to the anime. So I wouldn't label anything I say as incorrect, because if we start saying, oh, this is bullshit, this is, blah, 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 incorrect, it takes away from the whole aspect in and of itself. Because that's the whole point of speculating and theorizing, right? You give a couple of pokes at different points to try and see what comes out. And as I'm doing this, like, more and more thoughts come into my head. So if you're watching One Piece with me and you're just on Arlong Park as well and you haven't really caught up with the episodes, just put your headphones in, let your mind wander, and just think of all like the possibilities or whatever, make up your own theories and type it in the comments, who cares? But if you're someone who's already caught up, I think you'll still enjoy the video because it might spark something in you that you might not have thought about previously. Or it might even make you think about a certain idea a little bit differently from a different point of view of someone that hasn't watched it. And another reason why I want to do this type of video is because from my openings video, you guys have showed me so much support and you guys have told me, hey, don't be scared, to let it all out. That's what we want to hear. So I try to hold back in my episodes reactions because I don't want to prolong it too much. But if it's a video specifically for my inputs on what we watched, I kind of want to go all out and just let it rip, and just get all these ideas like out of my head and just present it to you guys, whether it be to spark conversation or even just entertainment. Well, anyways, let's lock in and get right into it. So I just finished Arlong Park and I thought to myself, why haven't the Fishmen found the One Piece yet? Traversing through the ocean is no issue for them. They can breathe underwater, they swim fast, and they can also control sea monsters because we saw Arlong control Momo. On top of all that, they can even move coral reefs around, changing the tides of the ocean itself. Like how we saw in one of the episodes where the Navy officer came to fight Arlong, and Hachi was able to move the coral reef and create a cyclone that swallowed the ship. So I started thinking, I know it's a pirate show, but maybe the One Piece is not just about navigating throughout the sea. And yes, obviously fighting other pirates and marines comes into play, but as a fisherman, wouldn't it be easier to just fight them in the ocean on ships rather than at land? The sea being where you have that clear advantage over them. And what's funny is Arlong came to conquer the village, the Koyoshi village, whatever the name is, with his fisherman superiority complex, but in the end ended up getting conquered by a human, by Luffy, all the fishmen and Arlong Park. How ironic that a fishman claiming to be the superior species got defeated and conquered by a human. And I use that word specifically because it was a conquest. It wasn't just a battle. It was a conquest of a freedom versus staying trapped and wanting to conquer and rule over these innocent villagers forcibly. Yet Luffy came along and dismantled Arlong's rule. And this point only hit me when in the episode Arlong's flag went by flying. The flag representing his ideas, his ideologies, his thinking, his purpose in life, and all those deeper things that we might not even know about Arlong. And not only that, he wanted to rule over the East Blue. So for Arlong, this wasn't really a battle for this island, it was a whole start of a conquest. But it's interesting that he never said he wanted to go conquer the Grand Line or anything like that. He was always limited to just the East Blue, which is the weakest of the seas. So it does show a lot about his character as well. So obviously, why wouldn't he get defeated by someone who has a greater goal? Like becoming king of the pirates and conquering, the whole Grand Line and all that, whatever that entails. Which to me was just a beautiful little clash between their two mentalities. So even when Arlong and Luffy fought, Arlong got defeated because it was a battle at land. Had they met on sea, I do not think our crew would have won. So here's the thing, did we just get lucky? Because luck is also a factor that plays a huge role in our lives, right? Luck and destiny being different sides of the same coin, which to some extent decide certain outcomes of our lives. And I only say that because in the openings video when we were watching it and I was reading through the lyrics, I noticed that it was all about like destiny, finding your path and stuff like that. which you guys also pointed out. So I thought about it more and more, and more ideas kept coming into my head on why haven't the Fishmen found it yet. Like, for example, are the Navy officers hiding it and keeping it away from everyone else? And then when we reach a certain point, we find out that, oh my god, it's already been confiscated by the Marines and has always been with them. So then, in the future, we might have to fight them for it. Instead of even finding it, we just gotta fight it and take it. And another thing, by what we have seen so far, Mihawk is the strongest character as of yet. So why hasn't he found it? So thinking about this, what pops into my head is actual desire. Desire of seeking the One Piece. And as you all know, when we watched the trailer together, it didn't say finding the One Piece. It said specifically seeking it. So one actually has to have that desire in obtaining it and, achieving the One Piece. With achievement coming trials and tribulations and journeys, which is exactly what you guys have told me that this anime is all about. Which actually gives into the whole meme of, One Piece is the whole journey and all the friends you make along the way, which you guys have so abundantly made jokes about. But I don't know, that just doesn't satisfy me. Like, I want more. I want to believe that there is more. So then my mind comes back to the Fishmen. Is there something specifically blocking them from obtaining it? I mean, there's got to be someone stronger, right? Some stronger Fishmen than even Arlong. For example, when they mentioned the warlord thing, we heard about Jinbei. And you guys told me that Arlong was just an underling of Jinbei, so that means that Jinbei is just on a whole nother level. So why hasn't he found it? Him being a warlord and a Fishman. So as a lapdog of the government, he probably has a certain amount of freedom, and as a Fishman, he has all the advantages to roam around in the ocean, compared to humans. So it should be fairly easy for him to get it. So that being said, another idea that comes into my head is there a force that stops the Fishman species from claiming it? Claiming being the important word. Because you can still find something but not claim it as yours, or have the right to claim it. Like a credit card, you can find it on the ground, but you can't use it to a certain degree because you don't know the PIN. And you don't know the PIN because it's not yours to have. So in this case, maybe it's a treasure chest or some type of box that activates for one but not for the other. Or maybe there's a lock that can only be activated when certain conditions are met. And then when those certain requirements and conditions are met, that's only when the box would unlock the treasure. And maybe that's why we see Arlong have so much hatred for the humans and give in to his speciesism. It's because he knows no matter what happens, his species cannot claim the One Piece. Because in my opinion, if this was just a simple pirate show that wants you to get treasure, then the Fishmen would have already cleaned slate and found the One Piece ASAP. Like, no issue whatsoever. But again, let me just emphasize that I don't know if they've already claimed it presently. Maybe they've already claimed it and we're fighting them currently to take it from them. So I just gotta leave that part in there as to not conflict on what's actually happening in the latest episodes. But let me know in the comments, has someone already found it? Like, is that the plot? Or is the plot still that everybody's looking for it? I'm hoping that the plot is still that nobody has found it and we're still looking for it and we don't even know what it is yet. Because that just gives me so much motivation and encouragement to just think out of my brain and just present all the ideas to you in the future as well when we catch up. Okay, see, now I have to stop the video because I'm not caught up, so it's to no avail for me to make presumptions and assumptions based on what little I do know. Still though, I just want to leave this here with you guys to spark discussion because that's what I enjoy personally. And One Piece just really plays with my mind and makes me speculate all the possibilities and all these scenarios that just come into my head. So let me know from time to time if you guys do enjoy these type of videos. I can probably make them. Just me spouting about and throwing whatever out there, And I'll definitely make these type of videos when I'm caught up so that there is room for speculation from your guys' end as well as mine. Since at that time, you and I both will not know what's going to happen in the future, right? We won't know. So it'll make it even more fun. So I guess you could just call this video a little yap session. And I'm still holding back a lot of ideas because I don't want to just put out everything while just being on the 5th arc of the show. So yeah, anyways, whatever you guys think about these videos, comment in the comment section. Let me know if this is what you would enjoy from time to time. And even if some of the stuff that comes to my mind is complete nonsense, just let me know, yo, that's nonsense. But anyways, man, I appreciate every single one of you. I love talking to you guys. I love replying to your comments. All of you guys that like, comment, hype up the video. I love you guys. Especially to all the Patreon members. I'm going to post them right over here. Thank you guys so much. Take care, guys. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, man.